What made you get into acting in the first place?
When I was 9 in Miami, Florida, my mom entered me into a talent show. I was the youngest person in the talent show. I was doing comedy, and I ended up making it to the finals and then winning first place in that talent show. So a manager approached my mom after the show, was like, "Your son's got all kinds of, talent, this, that, whatever." And they put me on. They got me an agent, and I did my first commercial like maybe 2 months after that.
That's crazy. It's almost like this industry came to you.
Yeah, yeah.
People was out here breaking their neck to get in, and you was 9 years old. You almost got like a fairy tale story.
Right. Yeah, when people say child actors, I guess, that's kind of what that is. I fell right into it, and I started doing commercials from there.
At that young age, when you went to school, did any of the kids recognize like your commercials and whatnot?
Absolutely, but that was the hardest part of going to school, because when you're a kid, it's more like you got made fun of for being on a stupid commercial, or that I saw you on that stupid thing, so that actually entered a lot of bullying for me growing up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was the adverse effect.
So it was almost like you had to grow up with the jealousy from other kids because you was getting national recognition.
Yeah.
What was like one of the bigger commercials you were on as a child?
Trix Is For Trix. I had that silly rabbit Trix Are For Kids line, so that was like a major thing, because I don't think before then any black kid said that line. So I was like one of the first, and that was a major thing for them.
How did your mom you say your mom took you to the talent show, right?
She did.
How did she get behind you pursuing this particular career? This is huge.
Yeah.
So how did she get behind? Did she more or less talk to you about it prior, being 9?
Yeah, no, I don't think she knew that how it was gonna go. She couldn't foresee it. My mom, now that I'm older, I know she had like aspirations to like model and do different things when she was a kid. But her parents died when she was young. She became like the adult of the family very young, so she couldn't do all that. So that was in her, and she kind of instilled it in me and pushed me. And once it took off, she has been and always will be my biggest supporter, biggest fan.
So she was like living vicariously through your aspirations.
Yeah,
So
which
it's
I did not know.
It's kind of mutual.
Yeah.
Was your father involved with any of this process?
He was not. Dad was, my parents got divorced when I was maybe 11, but they probably should have never gotten married. And that's a whole nother really ridiculous abusive situation. But he wasn't around as much, but he would come around for like the victories,
How did that affect you as a child, being let's just specifically talk about the acting. Your mother constantly there and your father want to show up every time it's championship games.
Right.
So
Yeah.
were you more happy that he's just there, or was it more bitter? It's like, you're only here when I'm successful.
Yeah, I didn't even register it, you know what I'm saying? It was, it's kind of, that was the life. So it seemed normal, I guess, He came around, and it got weird once I was around 11, 12. I was around, at that time, and I know I say white and black a lot, but at that time, African-American kids weren't doing as much as I was doing. So I was constantly around a lot of white kids. And I saw how white kids' parents were, around them at all times. So it did get weird between me and my dad around 11, 12, and I was like, oh, you here now, this is weird. Me and mom's already built this foundation. We know how this goes. She knows how to kind of speak to me. You don't even know what's going on, kind of thing,
Did that create any rifts, far as like you being any young boy wants their father in their life and whatnot,
Sure.
especially to be associated with the success and the things that they're doing. Did that have any problems with you, like almost like discipline or telling you what to do? You like, bro, you're not here to tell me how to do this acting thing or whatever. Did that ever have any rifts like that?
Discipline, no, because I feared him. Obviously, I was a kid that, we grew up where punishment was a lot different than today. So the discipline part, no, but I did push the limits with him. You know, I tried him more, so to speak, as I got older, because I challenged, you know, his rules, his authority.
Thank you for watching A Wise Way. Subscribe to stay updated, share to pass the knowledge, or view our other videos on the left.